Hi people, I hope you're doing good. I hope you're striving, succeeding, moving forward. Every time I start a video, I always feel the need, oh my goodness. I'm always like uppity, jittery, having to do something. Like, it's whack. It's difficult out here, I'm not gonna lie. Every time, like, I can't just sit down and just do the video. Alright, so I hope you're doing good. I hope you're chilling, striving, like I keep saying. And I'll never stop saying. There's a lot of topics for this video, but I really just want to focus on one. Okay? Excuse me. So because of my last reading, we were talking about love. Like, you know, there's these destined connections that are meant to come into your life, right? Take this with your discernment as well, you know. Not everything and not everybody is for you, you know. You honestly you can pick and choose what it is you would like or you don't want, you know. Like, you can ask the universe what you don't want and what you do want, and they'll give you exactly what you do want, okay? And, you know, that being like, whether it is from a person or anything like that, it's very distinct coming from a person, right? But when it's from yourself, when you are looking inward, you know, you're able to find so many things that allow you to keep moving forward and like keep pushing, you know, whether it is an idea, a project, or something that you want to do, you know, you got to take these steps to do it. Or you got to take these steps to whatever, like save up the money, go to this place, get the tools that you need, start doing a practice, a hobby, or anything like that. But this message is more revolving around the self, like, and the identity that the self brings, right? So going into the normalcy that's been normalized today, coming into like relationships, you know, social media, like politics and all like that, like it's all being influenced by a certain kind of demographic due to the day and age. You know, we're all expanding, you know, little kids nowadays are just doing whatever and looking at whatever, but we learn, to each their own, you know. But more so, like, the point that I'm trying to get to is like how you came to be, okay? How you're currently here at this moment, you know, in this life, trying to get through each day by day, okay? And I feel like sometimes we forget how normal like we are, okay? Because putting it into effect, our traumas, past relationships, they have sculpted our minds into being a certain way, right? And once you kind of like break that lock and break out of that cage, you're able to see your true self, okay? And it's like, because you've just dipped into that true self, into that like new true to you honest identity, it's a little bit like, all right, I'm getting adjusted to the waters, I'm getting adjusted to the temperatures, adjusted to everything, right? And with that being said, we forget like how normal this is for us, okay? Because we were born, we were raised a certain way, you know, it all comes into effect as how we grow up and how we take in these conversations with people, how we respond to our emotions and all of that, you know. It's like the structure that we are creating is based on our true selves, our true identity. Okay, so put it into a little bit like, imagine with me for a second, okay? Like, you came here, you were born as a child, you didn't really know what's going on, and you kind of just felt inside of you the true feelings, and that's what you mostly leaned on, right? But as you're growing up, as you're going to school, as you're, you know, with other kids, you know, with your family, with your siblings, you're like picking up these little like niches that aren't yours, okay? And that's totally fine. That's normal. That happens to all of us, the best of us, honestly. Okay? And it's not like you were copying what people were doing, but it's like, you know, people are saying these things to you, whether that comes from like bullying or, you know, narcissistic people that just have those tendencies with them. Like, you don't affiliate with any of that, okay? And I feel like you're more of a person that's blunt 100% of the time. That's maybe you've been told before that you have no filter, okay? Or again, with the resting bitch face allegations that I've gotten my entire life, like, because I'm just a serious person. Like, if you see me out in public, like, I'd probably be so, like, you know, nowadays probably not, but beforehand I would be like nothing would faze me. Like, everything would just pass right by me, because one, I didn't give a fuck, and two, I couldn't give a fuck, you know? I had to keep it pushing. I had to keep moving. And if I stopped to take a look at these things and not acknowledge myself, it felt like my brain was going to explode. Like, the vessels in the heart and the cords inside of me were going to rupture. Like, my heart was going to break into a million pieces. Like, it was that bad. It was that detrimental to not only put that aside, but also look at what's in front of me, right? And as much as I would try to be in the moment and things like that, like, I would always get swept up by something else, by either people's words, people telling me what to do, people's actions, and then I just had to do it, you know? Like, that was my way of living. And if you resonate with this, I feel for you a lot. So the thing being said, as we're learning to encapsulate this new way of being, okay, and doing the things that we love, having the time to do that, it's very refreshing. And it's very, like, illuminating to the fact that this is who we are, okay? This is who we are and who we've always been, okay? It's only been like that time period where people have, like, blinded you, or you've blinded yourself, or you've used other contradictions from other people or other situations to blind yourself from the true fact that you always have been yourself. You always have your true self inside of you, right? But to be able to expand in that nature, because it is natural, it is your nature. It is your nature, okay? Your understanding of the world, and it's perfect in your eyes. Like, nobody needs to tell you otherwise, genuinely. And if they do, like, yo, they have nothing on you. Like, they got their own shit to worry about. It's always just projection, you know, jealousy from other people. And it's not, you take this with discernment, and I'm glad, but you also understand that, like, jealousy is such, like, a universal thing. Like, you know, like, let's say, like, I could be jealous. This is an example, okay? Put it into your own thoughts, into your own words, okay? Use your discernment. Again, this is for a specific collective. It's not for everybody, because everybody is not here in this state of mind, right? But let's say I feel jealous, right? I feel jealous because somebody has better shoes than me, or they have shoes that I don't have. They have things that maybe I don't have, or better, or whatever. But the jealousy that we feel, that's been, like, normalized, is always like, oh, you're jealous, like, and it's like a bad thing. But jealousy doesn't need to be a bad thing. Like you might feel jealous, but it's like you're learning how to reciprocate that and identify, okay? Once you identify, you're able to collaborate and then do what you need to do to, like, not only let go, but dive into that, like, obscurity and figure out why you're feeling like that. And then at the end, you're coming out so much more clearer, so much more refreshed, so much more purified, okay? And the pure soul that you've been carrying with you from the day you came out of your mother's womb, like, it has been so pure from that minute, from that second, you know, from that light that you saw, like. And so now that you're here, like, you've been walking with a pure soul, you know. It's been tainted by people's words, by people's actions that they've done to you, and by the people's actions that have done to you, you put out to the world in ways that you might feel like you regret. You might feel like you don't necessarily fit into this world because of what's happened, you know, because of the situation that you've been in, okay? And it's not totally like that. Like, okay, there is some sense into that, but also learning to encapsulate full body, full mental, full mind, full health of your true self. And you know exactly what I'm talking about, like your true self. Okay, I can say from myself, I am sitting right now with my true self. Okay, there's things that I like to do, there's things that I want to do, there's goals that I want to accomplish, there's dreams that I want to fulfill, and big dreams. Like our collective, that's what I also want to say, we have humongous dreams. Okay, we're learning to be patient. But with that being said, I understand where people come from when it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know what's going on. Okay, a lot of those examples come from off the bat, like just getting right out of high school, moving into getting that degree, not processing anything. Like we unconsciously aren't processing what we're going through, what we've been through, and like what's gonna happen, because we're just like trying to get there so fast, or we're trying to get this over with so fast. So like we're at the next thing, not knowing that what we're in the moment and currently is what is most important. Okay, and moving on from that, we're seeing the light within us to be able to then help us, you know, give back into ourselves, and then naturally we're gonna be able to help others. Okay, that comes naturally, that's a part of us. Okay, anyways, it's always like I always get a message like every time that I'm like on it. Okay, it's messed up. Anyways, not messed up, but it's like it messes me up, because I'm just like, what are you talking about? Anyways, besides the point, honestly, completely besides the point. As I was saying, the essence that you bring and the light that you carry yourself with, the strength, okay, the deeds that you do, not only for yourself but for everybody around you, like it's this encapsulating. I feel like I'm about to cry every time I talk about these things. Like I want to cry, but I'm not gonna cry. Like it's different when I do tarot readings, it's like for the collective, for the specific people. But when it's like this inner work, this inner child wanting to speak, you know, from the depths of its souls, it's like I feel so whole, I feel so seen, I feel like this is exactly where I need to be. And yeah, moving forward, we're talking about you. Okay, you, the light and the essence, the presence that is just naturally like bearing inside of you, moving inside of you, like a orb or a light that's shining, and you can expand that light as big as you want, or you can make it and just like have it in your hands. Okay, because you have the power. Okay, and you're learning exactly how to use the powers and exactly what powers you have. Okay, whether, again, like I said, like you can know, you can see, you can feel, and just feeling, because you're an empath, you feel, and with that just naturally comes all the other senses that are just flowing with it. And all you can do is tap into those things to be able to replenish yourself in those aspects, right? And it's beautiful the way the mind works, because when we do affiliate the emotion with an action or a character or anything like that, it always kind of like zaps. It's like the emotion is there, but also the moment and the projection, you know, is there. And it's like they're both in the equation, but they don't like coincide together, you know. It's like that doesn't come, or it doesn't lock together, you know. So as we're developing our senses in a much more articulated way, you know what's coming in right now? I'm getting like, you specifically, you're not a person that enjoys talking in the sense that if you have a conversation with somebody, it has to have a meaningful topic. You just can't talk about just anything, or like small talk. You're not a fan of small talk. Like you like to get right into it, because that's the way your brain works. Like all these things that I'm talking about, like that's the way it works. Okay, and it's not like period, concrete. Like, you can change anything about yourself at any given time, right? But there's this foundation that you have brought up that you're looking at right now, and you're moving that with, affiliating it with, this is factual, this is me, and this is now, this is my life, that I can do whatever the hell I want. Okay, so putting into the perspective, like, all the things that I've said, now that you're here with the true self of you, the true meaning of you, not only can you expeditely rise and expeditely move forward and move down and go all the way around, but you're like with the peace and with the love that you desire. So it's almost like, what is the rush? There is no rush. You got today, tomorrow, and the rest of your life, and eternity after that, okay? To sit, think, ponder, be, and you can use your time however you like, okay? However you like. Yes, it is true, we need meditation, to continue in this life. We need these things, just like how we need nourishment, just how we need to take a shower, just how we need water. Speaking of, let me take a sip. Go take a sip of water right now, or a chug, or a drink. But yeah, so yeah, this message is for the people that, again, like, I'm getting like this strongness, like, you're just strong, like, you continue going through it now, like, as I speak, you're going through it, and you're learning that there's nothing wrong with how you were before, how you will be, how you are now, because you're entirely whole, you're entirely perfect. Excuse me. Exactly how you are now. Excuse me, sorry. And yeah, nothing can take that away from you. Like, genuinely, you're gonna see how you're gonna see from the God perspective how you're gonna handle the upcoming situations, whether that is human interaction, or whether that is getting a new job, or starting a new project, or just focusing on yourself, health, lifestyle, business, art, whether you like drawing, painting. There's so many things to do in this world, like a million. And that's where my other topic comes in. This collective has huge dreams. Like, if my dream is as huge as I can imagine it right now, I can't even imagine your dream. Like, and you know how we're always told it's better, bigger, more extravagant than you can even imagine, like, the blessings that are gonna come for you. And it's like that. Like, you could have these huge ass dreams, big dreams, huge dreams, and it's like God and the universe are planning something so much bigger than you can't imagine it. You can't imagine it. Like me, I can't explain it. You can't imagine it. We can't imagine it. We can't explain it. It is just it is just is. It is just, like, even the silence can equivalent to that. Like, it just, like, do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? Whoa. I'm sure you do understand. Like, energy all around you, up ahead, in you, up in front of you, in your heart, in your soul, in your flesh, in your face, in your smile, in your words, in your voice. There's so much energy everywhere you go, and you just have been learning to encapsulate it and like almost receive everything and let yourself soak in with it in the most beautiful way. And then you just, and that energy goes back to everything and everybody that needs it. Okay, I gotta go because I'm gonna start crying. I hope you have a beautiful fucking day. Okay? God loves you. The universe loves you. Your ancestors are cheering for you. Okay? I am cheering for you. I am proud of you. Okay? If nobody's told you, I am proud of you. I am happy you're here. You deserve to be here. Like, you don't even, it's like, damn, it's like, you think you deserve, it's like, you are meant to be here. Okay? Yes, you deserve everything and all, but you are meant. This is where you belong, okay? Don't let anybody take that away from you. Peace and love, my beautiful peepers.